everybody! It's been a long time, hasn't it? This last weekend I was at my grandparents' house and I'm just having a fun time with them, and so that's why I haven't really been able to update recently. So this is it. This is the next video, and what I plan to do is do a book review on Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen, and I also just plan to tell you guys what I have next, where I am on my reading, and I got some books from my grandparents' house, and I'm going to show you what they are later. First, the book review. Here we go. Okay, so Sarah Dessen's book, Keeping the Moon, is my new favorite of hers. It was just so good. It was so enjoyable. I just love everything about this book, but the first thing that I loved about this book was the plot, so we're going to go over that. This story follows a girl named Coley, and she moves to the small town in North Carolina with her Aunt Mira. She's there because her mother is doing this tour for her workout show, and in this small town, Coley meets these two new girls, Isabel and Morgan, and they help her grow into her new self. And I say new self because Coley was previously fat, and that's kind of what inspired her mother to go into like the workout industry. So she was previously fat, and so because her mother started this new job and like working out was just a constant thing around her life, she began to lose weight. I think she lost like 45 pounds around there. And so this whole entire book is after that, after her fat years as she calls them, and it's just showing how she grows into her new body, emotionally and mentally. And it's a very inspiring story. I really enjoyed reading about it. It's beautiful. It always has a lesson in there. She's learning that you don't need to be labeled. Like, she had the fat label on her, and now she didn't have a label. She has to kind of reinvent herself. And I wasn't really used to that. I'm kind of used to these characters that know who they are, know what they want, people who are just so sure of themselves. Coley was not like that at all. She was very uncertain of herself. She didn't know exactly what she wanted. She gets this job at a diner just like that. She didn't even plan on it. It just kind of happened. The character development was amazing. Coley starts off very, just very unsure of herself, and then throughout the book she gets better at being confident and stuff. And the other two characters, Isabel and Morgan, are the main people who help her become more confident. Isabel especially, she was previously fat and ugly herself, she felt, and she kind of gives Coley all the little tips that she had herself whenever she was changing. And she says this one thing in the book. It's like, no matter who you are, you deserve the best. And I thought that was very, very cool. I thought that was just so true. I love Sarah Dessen's little lessons that she weaves through her stories. I think that they're just so powerful. Even though they're in like YA books, there is just a power in what she says. The characters, Aunt Mira, I love her little tendencies to put little notes here and there. I thought that was kind of cute. It really defined her character, and that made her who she was. And I also really loved Norman. Oh, he's a little different, but I kind of like a little difference. I love the collecting the sunglasses. I thought that was kind of cool. That's right, it's probably on the front cover. One thing that I didn't really like about the book was the title. I mean, sure, it talks about why the title is named what it is, but I didn't find that was a very big part of the story, just at the end. So I think that Sarah Dessen or her publishers or her editors or whatever, whoever did the title, I think that they could have done a better job at picking out a title, just because that was a very small part of the book. The pacing of this book is very easygoing. But that's a good thing in this case, because Sarah Dessen's books, they're so good to read in the summertime, and you want like an easygoing book in the summer. A few of my favorite parts would be the 4th of July going to the beach and seeing everybody there, having Coley's first little taste of confidence. I thought that that was like a big point in the book. And that's kind of fitting because we have July 4th coming up, all my American viewers. Yay, Independence Day. And my second favorite, well, my other favorite parts would be whenever Coley is with Norman in the end and he's doing her portrait. I thought that those little moments were really sweet. Throughout this book, I had to stop and get my highlighter and highlight a few little quotes that I really enjoyed, and I'm going to read 3 of them for you. The first one: I think that being brave and self-confident doesn't necessarily start inside. It starts with the rest of the world and it leads back to you. At first I didn't really agree with that. I first thought that it started inside, but once you read the book you can understand why Sarah Dessen says this, because the book is the best example for that statement. Second one: what isn't said can hurt the most. And I thought that that was very true. And I'm sure any girl who has a crush, who doesn't like her back, can tell me that that's the truth. And so we have the third one: anyone who attempts is not a failure. Those who truly fail, in my eyes, are the ones who never try at all. And I think this is the quote that I agree with the most. If you try, at least you tried. That's not a failure. The failing is for the people who are afraid to even try. You don't know that you're going to fail. So it's taking that step and just having faith that you will come out okay in the end. I think that's a very important, that's a really good quote. Really, I need to highlight that again. Okay, so I think that I'm pretty sure I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. It's my new favorite Sarah Dessen book. I recommend this to anybody who loves Sarah Dessen, who likes a realistic read. There's no fantasy in here at all, which you kind of need every once in a while. You kind of need to come back down to earth and just have a little true read every now and then, and Sarah Dessen books are perfect for that. I really love this book. If you haven't yet read it, please go out and buy it. It's a really good one. Okay, so that is it for the book review. Next, I'm going to have a few little updates. I finished 1984 for school. It was kind of scary, not gonna lie. Kind of scared me to death. So right now I am reading Dark Secrets, which is way more entertaining for me. And I kind of want to know, do you guys want me to review this book? Do you want me to review it? Because I wasn't planning on it. The next book that I was planning to review would be The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is the book that I'm going to read after Dark Secrets, but I can review Dark Secrets if you want me to. Please answer in the comments below. Another just little something I wanted to share with you guys. On the way home, we stopped at a gas station, and they had this movie, and this movie is amazing. I don't know if y'all remember this movie. It came out in 2007, but I really love this movie. Okay, so while at my grandparents' house, I dug through their closet and I found some books, and one of them that I found was Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. And recently I've watched like Finding Neverland and the original Peter Pan and the live-action Peter Pan, and so I'm kind of into this story, and I wanted to read one version of it sooner or later, and this is the abridged version, the Great Illustrated Classics one, so I think it'd be good to read. Not the whole thing, but just like a part of it. Y'all are not going to believe me when I tell you all of this, but I have not yet read Eragon. And I took this from my grandparents' house, and I'm going to read this way later. But at least I have it now, and I can read it whenever I feel like I need to. I really enjoyed the movie. I heard people said that the movie wasn't as good as the book, so I hope that's true, and I hope that I really enjoy this. Okay, so that about does it for this video. Please comment. Please tell me again if you want me to review Dark Secrets 1 by Elizabeth Chandler in the comments. And subscribe, people! The button's there for a reason, whichever side it's on, but it's there for a reason. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.